Meanwhile, an early morning fire today razed Eco Fitness Gym located at 4th Avenue, Gwarinpa Estate in Abuja. The fire started around 9:49 a.m. from the lounge area of the gym. Many users of the facility scampered to safety. Senior reporter Ademola Lawrence, who is a fitness enthusiast, was also at the gym when the fire started. According to him, the fire service got to the scene on the incident 30 minutes after the fire started. The cause of the fire is yet to be ascertained. Let's talk this through by speaking with the senior reporter, Ademola Lawrence, who is joining me from our Abuja studios. Ademola, you were at the gym this morning.
Just this morning, we just saw that fire started coming out everywhere. It's almost gone down. You can see there are also people outside there. I tell you, seriously, it's ever. We've called the fire service. I personally called the fire service to come, but they are yet to be here. This is really hot. 4th Avenue Eco Fitness, Gwarinpa is.
Senior reporter Ademola Lawrence is joining me from our Abuja studio. Ademola, you were visibly disturbed and worried as the fire razed, at the gym. Talk to us about what led to the fire incident. Do we have the information now?
The information about how the fire started cannot be ascertained at the moment. But one of the things that, of course, happened was the fact that the fire started at the lounge area of the gym. I was presently at the gym when this started. I was actually downstairs. The fire started upstairs where the lounge is. And while the fire started, everybody had to run for their lives, the gym housed more than hundreds of gym goers who were actually at the gym at the time. If you know how gym works, by 6 a.m., everybody is almost already at the gym. So by 9:30, 10 o'clock, you know that the gym is full already. So having in that kind of capacity where you have over 100 people inside that kind of a place when the fire started, is something to worry about. When the fire started, I personally called the fire service.
Right, we just lost connectivity with Ademola Lawrence, who is giving us information about the fire that razed the Eco Fitness Gym, which is located at 4th Avenue, Gwarinpa Estate in Abuja. Ademola, I understand that you're back. Could you carry on from where you left off?
Okay, so I was saying that 30 minutes after I made the call to the fire service, they arrived with one truck first. But of course, when they saw the magnitude of what had happened, they had to bring 5 other trucks to that particular environment to make sure that they are able to put out the fire. Before I left, the fire had been put out. But of course, to ascertain what actually caused the fire, we really don't know at this particular point in time. Some speculations were maybe because at the back of the generator, which is of course at the back of the gym. But one thing is very sure, the fire started at the lounge area. Thankfully, no casualty, no life was lost. But of course, at the instance of people trying to run for their lives, injuries. Of course, I also have an injury on my leg, anyways. But I'm fine now. So, so it was just a very devastating one this morning. Had to see that kind of a thing happen. But of course, the fire service were able to come 30 minutes after to put it out.
Right. So, Ademola, you wanted to mention the response time of the fire service, because I could see in that video, you said that the fire service, when they were called upon, which you also tried to reach out, did not come in time. Was there any reason given?
Of course, one of the things that happened is that they are not actually within that axis. I think while I was speaking to one of them, because one of the people who came, so I had to ask the lady, were you the one I spoke to? And she said no, but they were coming from Kubwa to Gwarinpa. Not a distance, but you have to go turn. It's a long turning for them. But eventually, I'm very sure it's because of the distance to that place. That was what caused it. But in 30 minutes, of course, they were there, and they had to do. It took them time. The fire started around 9:49, and like I highlighted, I think that the fire, as at 11 o'clock, while I was still there, 11 o'clock past 11, they were still trying to put out the fire, but of course it has gone down to a minimum level where they had done it.
We can't exactly tell the level of, ascertain the level of damage, but what we see on the screen is quite, worrisome. But it's good to know that
the damage is quite much. The damage is quite much. Everything burnt down. Everything.
Absolutely.
The damage
it's good to know that you're fine at the end
quite
of the
much.
day. Ademola Lawrence, thanks so much for the... Thank you. Moving on, the Kebbi State Government has dismissed reports that bandits are in control of certain villages where they have imposed Sharia law and appointed traditional rulers. Deputy Governor of the state, Senator Omar Tafida, made this clarification in Birnin Kebbi. Senator Tafida described the reports as baseless, insisting there is no iota of truth in the claims. The Deputy Governor explained that while bandits may infiltrate some rural communities from neighboring states and Niger Republic, there are no established bandit bases or camps within Kebbi.
Taking measures to strengthen is, much more the security in that area and also in all parts of the state. Half our delegation was also sent to for the defense staff and the Office of the National Security Advisor by the governor. The delegation was led by the current Minister of Budget and former Governor of Kebbi State, Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. They met with him, and a lot has been discussed to further strengthen the issue of security in the state.
Meanwhile, a group in Kebbi State has commenced training for the first batch of its skill acquisition program. It is designed to empower 500 women and youth in vital skills to enhance and promote self-reliance. Hawa Mohammed has the story.
Gathered here are about 300 women and youths, here to kickstart their journeys towards personal and professional growth under the Nafisa Nasser Charity Development Foundation program. This move is to ensure economic independence, entrepreneurship, and improve the economic status of women and youth in Kebbi State. The basic area of concentration include tailoring, fashion design, shoes, bags making, and leather work, cosmetology, and catering. The Commissioner for Women Affairs, Halima Hassan Kamba, delivered the keynote address, highlighting the importance of skill acquisitions in combating unemployment and poverty among young women and youths.
A foundation which is aimed at bettering the lives of women and children of Kebbi State. Therefore, she initiated this in a way of training women in 5 different skills.
They will emerge not only as skilled individuals, but as contributors to their communities, fostering a culture of empowerment and self-sufficiency. Some beneficiaries expressed joy as part of those selected for the first batch of training.
I want to thank the wife of the governor for organizing this training for us.
I wanted to appreciate the wife of the governor for this training. Thank you so much.
Hawa Muhammad, TVC News on Kebbi.
And then the governor of Edo State, Monday Okwebolo, has ordered the immediate and indefinite suspension of collection of all revenues in Edo, especially in motor parks and others, until further notice. Governor Okwebolo has also ordered the State Commissioner of Police to arrest anyone who flouts the order. The governor said they will review the issues surrounding the collections soon and decide on the way forward. Meanwhile, in Delta State, the Executive Council has approved a proposed budget of 936 billion naira for the 2025 fiscal year. The State Commissioner for Economic Planning, Sonny Ekedian, says 62.75% is for capital expenditure, while 37.25% is for recurrent expenditure. Senior reporter Ikenna Amechi has the story.
The Delta State Commissioner for Economic Planning, alongside his colleagues, informed journalists that the 2025 proposed budget is premised on an exchange rate of 1,300 per dollar, and it is 29.12% higher than the outgoing 2024 budgets.
Budget proposal of 936 billion 78 million 818,719 naira was approved. These are the focus areas. 1. Agriculture, micro, small and medium enterprises, social safety nets to poverty alleviation, physical infrastructure, healthcare and education.
Commissioner for Works, Rural and Riverine Roads disclosed that some new roads were approved for construction, while Council also directed that contractors whose project had lasted more than 1 year without mobilizing to site will be terminated.
Even in the last administration, if the contract was given to you and you did not mobilize to site, we will have to determine it, and then so that we can make progress and move forward.
ESCO approved the appointment of Professor Epiphany Chibogu Azinge as the Asaba of Asaba Kingdom.
Last month, Governor Sheriff Oborowori, while inaugurating the faculty building at the Nigerian Maritime University of Kerenkuku, promised to construct a road to the permanent site of the institution. Today, he's making good his pledge.
Today, he has approved, ratified 2 projects in the deep creeks of Oporoza and Kerenkuku. A model school in Oporoza, and a road, an access road connecting the permanent site to the temporary site of Nigerian Maritime University.
The Council restates the state government's commitment to quality project execution as it directed commissioners, permanent secretaries and heads of ministries to ensure rigorous oversight of their respective projects with a strict mandate for high standards. Ikenna Amech, TVC News.